Should be streaming.
Alright. Yep, there we are. So. Hello to everyone out there. I'm Ryu, this is Zero, and welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z2 Saisei. So. When last we left off, after Crow had acquired his new unit, the Liberate Type R, he had decided to follow the team that was heading up to space to deal with the orbital superweapon Memento Mori. The Alaws, idiots that they are, had created a satellite cannon to pretty much blast anywhere on Earth, and wound up using it against a newly formed coup d'etat in the African orbital elevator, that's also one of the solar power generators for the entire planet. So, yeah, we destroyed Memento Mori, but not quite quick enough, and all these bits of the tower wound up plummeting to the ground. But in a glorious display of humanity, everyone came together to try and save this. Miliardo Peacecraft shows up in the Epion. Sergei Smirnov shows up. Even members of the A-Laws show up to try and stop this from happening. And then, at the very end, Sergei Smirnov dies, shot down by his own son, who thought he was a part of this counter-terrorist movement, and in all honesty, hated him anyway. So that was not good. As a result, Hallelujah's girlfriend is now back to, being Soma Pyrrhus, I believe, although they haven't quite mentioned that yet. So things, on the whole, could be far better.
Not yet.
But hey, it's time now for one of the most complicated secrets in this game, and, at the same time, to get back the Hyakushiki. Not that that's what anyone cares about. So.
So after this stage, I'm going to fully upgrade the Turn A and make it incredibly broken.
It is time to begin.
Especially if we get a spare GN drive.
Crucius. Let's see. That day, what I saw there in Crucius was a god who shouldn't have existed in this world. An overwhelming power. That power cut through the battlefield and saved me when I was powerless. And so, I swore I would become that. The power that can change the world. A Gundam. But that Gundam wasn't a god. I knew it. There is no god in this world. On that day, when I decided I would become a Gundam, I was wrong. What's wrong, Setsuna? Setsuna. See? The only thing that thinking about the past can change is the way you're feeling right now. It won't change anything else. Lock on. Setsuna, you just have to change. In place of me, who never could. Change? That's right. After all, if it's you, I'm sure you can do it. I can change. Hello. Nice happy little glimpse of the deceased Lock-on Stratos the First there. Wonder if he actually did that in 00. Or if that was an example of them deciding, you know, this is what Setsuna needed to see.
Man, Lyle does not have a good track record. Dead.
Okay, so...
All family and love interests.
Poor Lyle. We can only hope that by the time of the end of Return of Awakening of the Trailblazer, he had someone. But... Hello. Nice to see multiple people in chat. Ptolemaeus 2 briefing. Not briefing room. Medical room. You're saying that Setsuna's in the same state as me? Yes. It appears as though the bullet Aliel Sartz has shot him with was a special type. Let's see.
But he got shot?
Yes, Setsuna got shot at the end of the last chapter. You didn't hear the gunshot.
Ah.
But yes, everyone ran over to Setsuna like, are you okay? But yes, from what we can see with what's happening to him right now, that bulb is laced with GN particles. Cellular degeneration has already begun. Then, at this rate, before too long, Setsuna is likely to die, just like you. Are you going to tell him about that? No matter how cruel or unfortunate it may seem, I'm certain that Setsuna will be able to accept it. I guess so. After all, he's the man who was able to do the things I couldn't. Rase. Recently, I've been thinking about Holland. Let's see. Even though he didn't have much life left in him, and even if the world's being destroyed, he's still trying to survive as much as he can. I have a feeling that I'm fairly similar to him. Although, unlike him, I don't have a girl I'm willing to protect. But I ought to at least try and learn from his guts there. After all, for the sake of the woman he loved, he was willing to make the entire world his enemy. Even if I don't have much time left. No. It's precisely because I don't have much time left that I'll put forth everything I've got. I'm sure Setsuna will be the same. Just don't push yourself too hard, Rase. Of course I don't intend to. After all, well, I don't intend to die until we've seen this world change. Anu's personal room. Hey Lyle, would you tell me a bit about your brother? You should ask Crow about that. Let's see. After all, if you wind up asking him, he'll even probably have some sort of special music set up with it as well. That's not it. I want to hear about the brother that you knew. I don't have any particular memories of him. After all, he disappeared back when I was in junior high. Let's see. No. Is that the term they're using? They're using a slightly different... They're using a different term. What are you saying he is? No, he was at a boarding school since junior school. I don't know what junior school would mean. Is that something in Britain? Well, at the very least, since a young age. He's been at boarding schools.
Junior elementary.
Just says junior school. And why were you at a boarding school? Is it because I didn't want to be compared to my older brother? He was always exceptional at everything he did. Rather than fighting that, I just decided to run away from it all. But just like your brother, you've become a Gundam Meister too, right? Even so, I'm using a different unit than him. Come to think of it, I haven't heard anything about your family. My family? Yeah. If you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. After all, you're here now, aren't you, Anu? I'm fine with that alone. Lyle. Mr. Turner, we've got an urgent announcement. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting your private time. It's fine, Felt. Has something happened? It appears that one of the Ayla's space use barges has been attacked by someone. We'd like for you to return to the bridge. Space use barge? Let's see.
Colony?
That's one of the things they use for transport to the colonies. But someone's attacking that? Let's see. This might be something big. That it might. Hi, Virgos.
Does it actually have the map attack this time?
I believe it does. impossible! My bold old squadron was taken out in an instant! At this rate... Oh, I see. It was not a space-use barge, but a space fortress barge? Baruji? Bulge? I do not know.
I'm not sure.
Anyways, it's a space fortress from Wing. Perfect. The symbol of the rule of the colonies. I shall destroy it myself! And now his map attack. Goodbye, Space Fortress. Ah! With this... I'll probably go with Bulge, that's more likely. With this, Bulge has fallen. How splendid, Commander Miliardo! See. With the fact that we've acquired this fortress for ourselves, we should have quite...
Barge.
Barge? It is barge?
It is barge. Bulge? I'm seeing both as accurate.
It is Baruji.
The wiki has said both bulge and barge.
Bulge sounds more appropriate for a fortress than barge does. So yes. With the fact that we've acquired this mobile fortress, it should greatly have increased our firepower. Alright. Well then. I shall go ahead and give our declaration of war to the Earth Federation. Even if it doesn't reach the general populace due to the Federation's information control, I believe that there will have meaning in that. What's wrong, Captain Quattro? Commander Zechs. It looks as though you've completely cut off all your hesitation. That is what I intended. Is that so? Is that the reason that you're able to make you full use of that Gundam Trace sent you? However, I... Yes. Space Fortress Bulge. Command Office. See. The former Oz and the A-Laws, rather than accepting the colony's freedom, they have sought to conquer even their souls. We of the White Fang desire true independence for the colonies, and have set forth here. Space and the Earth. Let's see. Something about, I'd think, the fact that these two stand apart. Space and the Earth. The fact that these two so very different existences would fight against each other is only obvious. My name is Miliardo Peacecraft. Let's see. To those who would rule over space, the lackeys of the Earth Federation, I issue forth my declaration of war.
The King of War.
A-Law's base. Why? Why is this broadcast being transmitted all across the Earth sphere? How is he able to get past that as information control? How foolish, Rajen. Isn't manipulation of that your job? What are you saying, Ribbons? Did you think I didn't know that you were plotting something with Wang Liu Mei? There are limits to even pranks. Or were you trying to make me angry? No, Ribbons. This is something that This wasn't an attempt to go against you. You don't appear to be lying. Very well, then. For now, I shall believe you. Then, who is... There can't be anyone normal to be able to break through Veda's protections. Let's see. In addition, the incident with the African Towers being brought... That incident at the African Towers broadcast to the entire world as a terrorist incident. But after all, isn't this a bit too much of a problem? It's exactly as you say, Miss Grace. What do you intend to do, Ribbons? Since if I said 2, we don't have many people we can send out. This is a good opportunity. To begin with, let's silence Zechs. We'll make use of her. In order to deal with the masses, we just need to put that plan into effect. Understood, Ribbons. Well then, I'll head off as well. Amuro and Setsuna. You should learn the terror of the innovators. As he suddenly goes innovator eyes. Tall mass hanger. Wait a minute. Is that White Fang's commander guy Zechs Merquise? The former Lightning Count of Oz? I'd heard that at the same time Commander Trez wound up leaving, he disappeared. But after helping us out with that pillar incident, he's causing another new fight here? I guess thanks to that incident, he wound up figuring out how dangerous it was to leave the A-Laws alone. But this is a foolish move. Making an honest and open declaration of war like that will simply embroil the colonies in even more conflicts. It's exactly like Wu Fei says. After all, everything we've been doing trying to free the colonies without getting them embroiled is going to go to waste, isn't it? Mr. Wayne, have you heard anything from Zechs? Unfortunately, all that Zechs is doing is spreading wars even further. Hero? Zechs Merquise. You are my enemy. I feel the same. With the fall of Bulge, battle shall spread throughout all of space in an instant. I'm happy that you wound up drawing the A-Law's attention. But even so, this will just be a repeat of what happened with the African Tower if he's dragging civilians into it. But even so, how is it that Zechs guy's declaration is being transmitted across the entire Earth? Definitely is weird. After all, there's no way that the innovators in Veta would allow this to happen. I wonder if the innovators were willing to accept White Fang's declaration of war. Well, they are the sort of people who tried to turn a coup d'etat into a terrorist act. It's not that far off. But in that case, does that mean that White Fang has the ability to break through Veta's protections? That could be a major problem. Hey, Mousy. Unusual to see you. Hey, Mary. Sure you don't need to sleep anymore? I'm Soma Pyrrhus. Huh? Don't tell me. It's exactly as you think. Mary's gone back to being Soma Pyrrhus. She wound up switching personalities due to the shock. See. I don't know anything about how that White Fang's been moving. See. But the A-Laws will be defeated by by my hand alone. But Mary, don't call me that name. I'm Soma Pyrrhus, the #1 super soldier. This seems kinda tough. I promised Captain Smirnoff I wouldn't force her to fight again. You ought to leave her alone for now. After all, in order to heal a wound like that in the heart, it'll take time. But this rate, she's just going to be in danger. You're just pushing your own thoughts onto her, aren't you? If you think she's important to you, you should try to understand her. After all, she's the one who wants to fight, isn't she? Harry. If you're worried about her, that just means you need to protect her. But Amuro, how many love interests have you actually protected? Haven't all of Amuro's love interests
died?
died?
Amuro, so one he killed, one died on accident. Otherwise, Sayla didn't die.
Yeah, sure. But, yeah, I don't think you're necessarily the best person to say it tomorrow. Although it is slightly better than if Camille said it.
What are you
Slightly.
talking about? Camille did try to protect most of them.
Yes, but he failed, is my point. Right now, she's trying to fight with feelings of someone important to her being killed. Those feelings might wind up destroying her. Her anger and rage will get her killed. Commander Zechs. You should know by now that fighting will only spread further grudges, and those grudges will cause us even greater sorrow. Even so, why are you trying to bring even more fights into this world? What's wrong, Saji? Grudges. How can you erase something like that? If we knew how to do that, I'm certain the world would be a more peaceful place. In that case, we just need to search for the answer. Setsuna, are you okay? I don't have time to sleep. I don't have time to sleep around. Setsuna, feels like something's changed about him yet again. Looks like you've gotten rid of your hesitation. I don't know if I've been able to do that or not, but I have to change. Both me and this world. Setsuna. But search for an answer? Right now you're thinking of Louise Harvey, aren't you? You know? She's the reason you fight, after all. That's right, Setsuna. That much is fine. A heart that tries to understand others. A heart that tries to understand everyone will definitely open a door someday. But if this fight just keeps on continuing, I'm sure that Louise is going to keep on hating everything. She'll wind up dying eventually. Battles don't only bring about destruction. Huh? There are things that can be created from them as well. I believe our Gundam can definitely do that. Create something from conflict? After that is up to you, Saji. All I can do is keep on calling out to Louise. That much is fine. It's fine? Just keep screaming until she can hear you. Yeah. You really have cut off your hesitation, haven't you? I'd like to think that. With the way you are now, you may even be able to use the Zero. I have a different Gundam, though. That's right. Not a weapon, and not a destroyer. The Gundam and I have to change. To all units of Zechs. Squad we believe to be White Fang is currently entering the atmosphere. Looks like their target here is the Galleon base in southern America. What are they thinking moving so quickly? Let's see. If they wind up heading down into the atmosphere, the ALS will definitely target them. It'd be nice if they both took each other out, but we can't exactly let that happen, can we? Of course we can't. After all, if the battle between the ALS and the White Fang draws out, the entire world will go up in flames. So I guess there's only one thing for us to do. Yes. Let's go to South America. Mouse, please do not stab your claws into me. Chapter 34, White Fang.
Time for a stupidly specific secret.
With this base has fallen as well. But what is it? This abnormal pressure I've been feeling from before. It isn't a mere war, Camille. It's more unnatural. Almost like a cyber new type. So the man riding in that mobile suit, who is Amuro's destined rival. Unlike that man, He seems to have the qualifications to be able to pilot a suit of gold like that. Let's watch over this for a while. Make sure to deploy the 00 riser,
Yep.
since it is not an auto-deploy here.
20 units. Where is it?
Bottom.
There we go. The moon is almost certainly not out.
Yeah.
New, wing 0. What just happened there?
I have no idea.
Both of you. Controller's having some small problems here.
Yes, Sue?
Orgus.
I'm trying to maneuver things so that the cat on my lap is somewhat on screen,
Char.
but you can see a bit of head there. It's something.
Alright, now positioning time.
Yep. Sadly, Setsuna cannot innovate yet. I was going to say you could get that whole diamond there with the quarter in it.
Sure, I could.
And it would be a good thing to get the quarter buffed.
Alright, I guess.
Good enough. So you've come, Zechs. So it was you. Captain Quattro, what are you doing here? It's exactly as you see. Right now I'm a member of the White Fang. So you're fighting alongside Zechs Merquise? Even so the White Fang are using mobile dolls too, huh? They probably wound up looting them from Bulge after capturing it. After all, I'd heard that they were a mobile doll manufacturer. Captain Quattro, for now we'd like to have a talk with White Fang. Could we arrange a conference? Commander Miliardo believes that the world doesn't have the time for things like that left. So that's precisely why. Immediately after her capturing Bulge, he sent that declaration to the Federation. Captain, are you really okay with that? Is the reason you were made in Oz in order to spread more fights across this world? Tell me! Someone had to try and stop the Alaw's rampage. That's what Zechs will do! If you're gonna fight against the Outlaws, come with us, Captain Quattro! You can't change this world. What? See. You are looking down on us, Captain Quattro, and what are you saying? After all, you are soldiers. You don't have the vision to be able to change this world. Okay. Zech, and you think that Zechs has that? Exactly right. After all, both he and Treize have the resolve to pay any number of sacrifices in order to obtain their ideals. In order to change this world, you're saying we have to sacrifice people? Even after the destruction incident, this world hasn't changed. And so you're just going to... You and Zechs are just going to wrap this world in even more fights? I won't accept a method like that, Captain! You should know what happened back with the African tower. You're going to say that everyone who died there, all those sacrifices were fine? Our targets have been set. Lock on to Zechs. Captain Quattro? So this is your answer? Char, you've been tainted by your ideals. Let's see. All units. Aim for the enemy's commander, the Hyakushiki. We entered this battle even a little quicker than we could. If a former member of Zechs is my enemy, you can leave taking him down to me. Be careful, lock on. After all, he's a skilled enough guy to pilot a flashy-looking suit like that. Thanks for the warning. I'm heading off, Anu. Anu? I'm sorry. I was thinking about something else. I love you. Huh? Huh. As expected of a sniper. The flowers of love have bloomed. I guess everyone knows about it now. Congratulations, Mr. Turner. Yeah. That's... He shot her before either of us? How unfortunate, Michelle. Pierre? It looks like Lock-On over there isn't just good at sniping, but is also a pretty good quick shot as well. Just hurry up and quit yammering. We need to finish this. Alright. Cured him. Lock-On Stratos. Locked on and shooting.
Don't let a lock-on die, don't let a battleship die.
Yep.
Clear all within 3 turns.
And Hyakushiki is last.
Pretty standard.
So.
Yeah, the Z2 games would really be better with the pair-up system. Any of the pair-up systems. I'd even take the weird 4-man pair-up system.
4-man system?
Yeah, Alpha 3, I believe.
I really like the double pair system that,
W started and added into,
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I like Z3's, pair system more than the 3-man teams of the original Z. It just seems more natural to have 2 guys you can swap between than dealing with an entire 3-man team.
Well, UX... I've got UX running on an emulator, just the small problem of,
Fonts.
fonts.
So we might be able to do that, we might not. We don't know for certain. Now, Connie, please, you're scaring the cat that's already in my lap. I don't want to get stabbed. Yes, because he does not have
Mouse.
a single beam saber. Kitty,
Connie, don't go into aggressive beast mode over there.
you're right next to the shelf full of Gunpla, and we do not want
Your
them
tail's-
knocked over.
Your tail's thwacking my F91. It's already been damaged twice.
It is nice, however, to see that, the White Fang are using different mobile dolls.
Yeah.
Even if they're just... Maybe they aren't. Maybe rather than just being recolors, they are Virgo 2s.
At least
Beam rifle, beam saber, mega beam cannon.
At least I'm not having to deal with Mercuriuses and something.
They were what was turned into the Virgo, though, so...
One designed for absolute power, the other designed for absolute defense.
And if we had gone to space on the wing route, we probably would have gotten to see those.
Also, Duo is aced now.
Thanks to the glory that is suborders. He's still the lowest level unit you have,
I know.
sadly.
Which is why I'm still concerned to even put him that close.
Gosh.
Having a map attack on it would be awesome.
Sadly, that's only in Z1. I'd say between those, the VX Caliber is actually better.
Yeah.
Because you have energy regen small, you can easily regenerate that.
I was just determining the,
So basically, the Mag Knuckle is really only there for if you don't want to deal damage, or if you...
if your will is...
If you aren't an ace.
Yeah.
That's ignore defensive skills.
No, I'm looking at the Connie.
Yes, I see her. Connie, please move. Thank you. Keep on going. You are worrying us greatly. It had cut down.
Cut down?
Mm-hmm.
What did I use? This?
Yep, the flash edge. Well, think about it. It's a boomerang.
Still mildly unexpected.
It, you know, parried it.
The power of Orgus.
Don't think that's what you meant to do.
No, it wasn't. You know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. Land. Take advantage of land features.
Making use of the terrain is a good idea.
Alright, I want to see how much does the Moonlight Butterfly cost?
96 for the map.
Okay.
Which is quite a lot.
So you could do that every turn. I think.
Maybe. Or roughly. You might... It's about the same there, one down.
Let's go here.
Alright, hero. Rolling Buster Rifle. Sue, are you okay? It's only a single meow, so... Probably means nothing.
Because its energy is at full upgrade
300.
400.
Right? 400?
400.
Because it gets plus 100.
It gets plus 100 and energy restore large.
So yes, you could do that once per turn.
That would only give you 30%.
More than 100.
Would it?
Think of it this
30%
way.
500. That would be 50. Yeah, that would be 150.
Yes, just think of it this way. 33% is 1/3. If you have 300, 33% would be 100. So if you have 400, 30% is definitely more than 100.
It would be 120. And you can always give it a spare GN drive to up that to 40% recovery on 500.
Mm-hmm. If you had enough spare GN drives. Connie, do you need attention? Oh, kitty. I think you're feeling insecure right now.
It's because we were cleaning.
Probably.
No,
She does not like change. Good thing you have focus. VX Caliber.
Sure, let's watch an attack Goblin.
I mean, we've only seen it a few times.
Connie?
Kitty, be very careful back there. Even Crow can dodge a Bjarlent in this.
It's not like Bjarlents are particularly high mobility, I believe.
No, Bjarlents are supposed to be fairly high mobility. At least I believe the Bjarlent is supposed to be pretty high mobility. Which is why it's got that weird design.
That super weird engine on the back. Kill.
Quite
Could
possibly.
easily be.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let me quickly check. Bjarlent. The RX-160 Bjarlent is a prototype high mobility mobile suit from Zeta Gundam.
Okay.
Most notably piloted by Jared Messa. No one likes
Much to
Jared
your
Messa.
chagrin.
No one likes Jared Messa.
What are you talking about? Lots of people like Jared Messa.
Really?
Yeah. For the fact that he's one of the best pilots in the series. If not the best pilot in Gundam.
As a person, though, he sucks.
As a person, he's terrible. Gotta respect that he was able to take down a Gundam in a mass-produced poke my cat. No, not that one. This one.
Hey. Calm, kitty. You need to calm down.
Okay, that's what it does.
Coney, you should not stalk other kitties, okay?
Seed mode active. Biosensor online.
Our cats. No, don't go max out. Hey, Mouse, where are you?
Behind me.
Ah. You figured you were a good place to flee.
Eltron's running low on, well, everything.
Yep. Because Wufei is Wufei.
Oh, come on. Sorry, my cat's eating a cord. Is this...
Yeah, just showing off the wing attacks you rarely see. It's the machine cannon. Just, you know, the...
Chest-mounted machine cannons.
Mm-hmm.
A trait it shares with its previous series.
G.
G.
I mean, you just have to love G Gundam for the fact that in the final fight, he was incredible enough, he was able to call across the space-time walls and drag the wing in even though it hadn't, you know, been a thing yet. It still showed up to save Damo and Kashu in the final battle.
Oh, nice.
I fight in order to protect all space. Do you, hero?
Yeah. Hero's a good guy. At heart. Despite being a trained assassin from birth by his father.
Cat. Beam coding in effect? Seemingly not. Despite the fact that Hyakushiki really should have a beam coating.
Alright, so first thing to do is look at the Hyakushiki. It does not have a map attack
Vulcan,
currently.
beam rifle, beam saber, clay bazooka, mega bazooka launcher. I mean, how many enemies...
Yeah, no beam coating. No upgrades either.
How many enemies do they give, you know, map attacks to? That is all I will ask you to think of. That's fine. That's a large hit and a definite kill.
Sure, go for it. I was debating between that and stepping back.
Two kills. And two enemies greatly weakened.
Teleporter. This seems like the better one, really.
Oh, Basara. Why don't you show up in more games, Basara? You are such a useful guy to have.
That's part of why they don't show up in more games. Nope, you don't have it yet.
What?
Will up.
No, he does not. I don't think Kira gets Will up. And his Dragoons aren't active?
Of course his Dragoons aren't active. The Dragoons require 140 will. He's not even in seed mode yet.
Remember, you need to kill the Hyakushiki last.
And ace.
Plus 20 starting will. Which basically means you'll be...
Man, that makes your will go up insanely fast.
What?
Will up.
Well, yeah. Every time someone else gets a kill, you get an additional will. Every time you hit someone or dodge something or take damage, that's an additional will. So, yeah. Dimensional Rocket Punch.
Go for the Magknuckle on this one. And then if you have map attacks, the only person with map attack around here is you. I think.
Yeah.
Not that you have enough will, but...
Oh, hang on, the news active. Just out of curiosity, are you going to have the new be the one to finish off the Hyakushiki?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, that's waste.
Yeah, that is a waste. I was
Gonna
going
be
for it because, you know,
scissors. No, just go ahead and show it. Since we haven't seen much of what the Death Scythe Hell can do.
Paw. I love you,
Hello,
Paw. Don't hunt the coney.
Whoa. Here is our large fluffy boy with his who got his tail caught in a door. He's a very good soft cat who loves rolling onto his back and letting his belly be petted. He's a good cat.
10 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
You deserve attention. You are a good boy. Please, try not to get your tail caught in any more doors. We don't want that. He's looking at me like, please put me down now.
Go ahead and put him down. Or at least release your hand.
Off he goes. Good kitty.
That just looks like an EVA unit.
Slightly. Be careful not to burn through everything you've got.
To be fair,
There's still a second half to this stage.
Nirvash is not exactly... Nirvash is rather expendable.
Compared to many other things you have.
Compared to, say, the Caradem or...
Well, if you lose the Caradem, you get a game over here.
the 00 Razor. Even Shin.
Well, you like the Destiny here, so...
I like the Destiny quite a bit. I just hate its pilot. And his pilot's even better in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, you know...
Perfect, but
He's at least
Seems
not
much
completely
better.
insane. And Kira doesn't seem to be weighed down by the sins of his past quite so much.
no, it's
Tied
tied
down.
down. That's the reason he's got all the buckles.
Enough belts to make a Final Fantasy character blush.
Unless that Final Fantasy character is Lulu, who's wearing a dress made out of belts. Just, I have to really wonder, who on the design team thought that was a good idea? Just, honestly. There are limits to how many belts one person can wear.
That's just crazy talk.
No, I don't think it is.
I don't like
Hilnirvosh?
Porsches. What?
Hilnirvosh?
Yeah.
It's got cheer. That's what she picked up.
So that actually was cheer and not...
Yes, that was cheer.
No.
Yeah, do
Can't
not
do
activate Transam.
That is the one thing I cannot do.
Apparently it is a known glitch that if you activate Transam when you try to save a new returner, she just won't rejoin.
She will, if you go to a route split which doesn't have her. She doesn't use the Ptolemaeus.
But that's, you know, glitches.
That would require going to get the Shenhu.
Yeah. Which really we don't want to do. There is a route split later
The
on.
next route split, I believe, in fact.
Yes, which is the stupidest route split in the game.
In any game I've seen.
So you have two options. You have an option which is you go with the Code Geass characters
And the
and
Wing
Hero
Zero.
Yui to go off to China and pick up that Nishinke guy we saw earlier with his Shenhu. Or you take literally everyone else.
And get Gurren Lagann story.
You go to the Dark Continent. You get a short map with Yoko on her own, on her little hover bike, shooting down gunmen. And then you get some of the stupidest, goofiest attacks ever in the form of the...
ICBM toss.
Yes, the Walker Gallier's ICBM toss.
Legitimate attack that occurred in series. Exact same way. Maybe.
It is, it's a thing.
Is the ICBM stolen from a museum in this? I'm sorry, borrowed from a museum in this?
Possibly. I don't fully remember where Liron dug it up. But he said, we're not even sure if this thing works. Are you sure you want it? Yeah, sure, it'll be fine.
You've got to admire Jiron's blind optimism.
If nothing else.
For people who don't know the series, that is a terrible joke I just made. Because Elchi.
Uh-huh. Have you taken out everything else?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Alright.
Either way, this won't kill.
Versus the Mega Bazooka Launcher. There's still one left there.
Oh, I see. A single Gupland can be dealt with easily enough.
Captain Quattro. I wound up touring colonies with Lady Anne. At the end, even she wound up accepting that the differences between the colonies and the Earth were wrong. But now that Trace has failed, so long as the A-laws exist, things won't change. Even so, well, things only get worse if you drag the colonies into it. If you want to understand that, then I'll fight against you! Oh, Quattro. Sadly, I do not think the 00 stage plays will ever make it into a Super Robot Wars game. In similar news from today, if you haven't heard or are interested, the people who made that 00 stage play are now making a stage play out of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, the mobile game.
Brother, you failed. You had one job and you failed.
What?
Kira said, even so, and you didn't do the dramatic story demo.
Eh. Even so!
His hyper-dramatic, Sore demo! Sore demo!
I wasn't thinking about the fact that it was Kira.
Even so, I have a world I want to protect. Or whatever it was.
Or something like that. Even so, he has things he wants to protect.
The revision stage play is...
Pretty sure that's the 00 stage play.
Is that the 00 stage play, or is that the 00 stage play with Graham Aker?
Do not remember, actually. Let's see.
Oh, that would be way overkill. Because I'd love to have ELS Graham Aker in the Exia Repair 4.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, genuine question, since we've been doing this. Do you, the viewers, do you prefer games such as Super Wars that are like the Z series, an actual series of games, or like VX and T? Rather than
standalone?
VX and T are weird. They're standalones that have little bits. T has V and X as protagonists.
But only as side stories, I believe.
Alternate universe versions. But yeah, standalone versus...
Long story.
Because I like this type. Quite a bit, honestly. It gives each story a chance to... What's the term? Sit.
Yep, the V and X people only really show up in the DLC for T. Sadly.
Decently enough.
Captain Murrow?
No, not Captain Row yet. Not just
Going to
yet.
pick away a bit more.
Yeah, just to be sure.
There's got to be some dialogue here.
Yeah.
I was also trying to think of who will get dialogue. Him and Shin are the only remaining ones.
Captain Quattro, this is something you've decided. No matter what choice it may be, I'll accept it. But even so, you're wrong right now. I don't want to see you like this. This is the kind of man I am. I can't respond to your expectations. Are you just the sort of rotten adult who close off their heart like that saying things? If that's how you really feel, then you really have failed.
Is Char is a failure of the new type ideals.
That he is.
Lots of people are speculating that the first trailer will be during the next month's live stream. The question is, will it be OG or
Standard.
I love Byakushiki, I just wish it were better.
Well, I mean, it's the Hyakushiki. It was a test bed for some of the tech on the Zeta.
Its biggest problem current in the previous game was its lack of hype map attack. It gets its map attack, just only...
Finfo
that
or
is
consecutive attack.
stupidly long range.
Yeah, and you have 15 ammo.
And he's not even aced yet!
Amuro. You don't need to say anything, Captain Quattro. If you're wavering, it's up to me to wake you up. And if you think you're right, it's up to me to prove you wrong.
Well, I have a feeling that if it is Steam, Switch, and PS4, it will not be at the same time. The PC port will be later. Because, let's face it, they're probably developing it for Switch first, PS4 second. You can easily develop it for both of those at the same time, from what I understand. PC porting, though, that's a whole nother ballgame.
And
Because you have to make sure that their
Direct hit?
keyboards and that they can remap to whatever buttons they want.
goodbye, Quattro.
And hello, Quattro!
Mm-hmm. SR point acquired.
Ridiculous.
They are strong. Unexpected result, Char Aznable. There was no possible way you could have won against them, as wavering as you are. As pressure is. Let's begin revive. Yes. This is... quantum brainwaves? Now, awaken a new returner. Miss Returner? It's dangerous to stand up in the middle of combat. I'll
Yes,
start by
Readers,
destroying the
yes.
bridge. Yeah! What are you doing anew? What am I doing? Isn't it obvious? After all, I'm an innovator. Please stop, Miss Returner! I shall carry out my duty as an innovator. Damn it, what the hell's happening?
Revisions is the one I thought it was.
What's with that shuttle? And who's inside that? She's an innovator! What? Anu! Lyle. You gonna leave me here and go off on your own? Will you come with me? You can watch this world change. Anu stole the data we had on our machines! Stop her somehow! Damn. I'll shoot. I'll shoot her! Why am I even here? Why am I? No, I can't! Lock on! How pathetic are you, Lyle? Oh, is this all the resolve I had? You're out of time. Ribbons all mark. We came to pick you up, Ribbons. Well done, Healing. Ribbons, you sent her here as a spy? Exactly right. I would appear as though Miss Anu had not realized it herself.
Mouse.
What? It's only just now that she awakened as an innovator. After all, since Anu and I are the same type, I was able to link our minds. Yes, we awakened her. Those quantum brainwaves from before were... Anu, hand the data over to me. I brought your machine. Thanks, Healing. Ribbons, are you trying to force her to fight? Of course. After all, she isn't a human, but an innovator. Leave the rest to us here, General. I'll take care of the newbie. I'm an innovator. I won't need your assistance. Anu! I have high hopes for you, Anu. Ribbons all mark! Is Anu's an innovator? Our enemy? That man was the leader of the invaders. Captain Quattro! Those are the people we need to fight. See, they intend on playing God. In the name of revolution, they're just playing around with humanity's fates. He's our enemy. Something else is coming from above. Reinforcements from White Fang? Yepion. Zechs. Zechs Merquise. What point is there in a battle like this? These battles just bring forth more hatred and will engulf this entire world in war. And that pain shall change this world. How much of a tragedy do you think is waiting behind those ideals of yours? Captain Quattro, you should understand this. Both those innovators and her, they're the ones that started these wars. Captain Quattro, that is exactly why we decide we must fight. How can you not understand you're just making more conflict? Decide for yourself, Captain Quattro. Are you going to cause even more battles as Char? Or are you going to stop them as part of Zechs? Captain, I am Quattro Bajeena. Nothing more and nothing less. Captain Quattro? You chose your true name. However, rather than pursuing my ideals as a commander, I've decided to focus on the battles in front of my eyes as a single soldier. Captain Quattro, so that is the answer you have chosen. I do not intend to go against you and Trace, but right now, what this world needs is not sacrifice. Understood, Quattro Bajeena. Since you have decided your own path, from hence on, we are enemies. If you think to laugh at me, go ahead and do so. But this is what I have chosen. Quit yammering on, Sparkly! Aliel Sarchez. You just want even more fights. What's wrong with that? After all, I don't need any of those ideals crap. Do as you like. Let's see. I'll target the Ptolemaeus since it can't move. And you. Prepare yourself, Lock-On. Even if you don't say that. I'll do it. All the innovators are our enemies. Our enemies! Don't act tough. Satsuna? I'll do it. You just need to watch. Don't talk a big like that, you brat. You have no reason to fight her. Of course I do. And you's an innovator. You have more reasons not to fight her. Decide yourself, Lock-On. We'll follow you. I'll do it. I'm a member of Celestial Being. And of Zechs. Is that really okay? I'm certain you don't want to fight Miss Sinhu. But even so, I'll do it myself. Don't lay a hand on her. Lock-On. Mobile Doll's targets have been set. Our targets are restricted to Zechs alone. Zechs. Very well, Zechs. I'll kill you. Come at me, hero. I have desired this fight against you. That's right. For Alina's sake as well. Tell me can't move or attack. Take out Miliarda Peacecraft and put an end to this fight. And you. I'll put an end to this myself. I really do love you, Lyle. So, destroy the Gundam Epion.
Alright, so I need to attack anew.
Quickly here, since the Ptolemaeus can't really do anything. Let's go ahead and see. What is Anu in? The goddess. Sure. She's a genius. Support attack level 3. Energy save, bullet save, ignore size. Sword equipped.
No, really.
30,000 HP. Has GN Heat Saber and GN Beam Saber Fang.
Now it's time for stupid requirements.
So, at this point in time, what you must do in order to save a new returner.
I know.
After Quattro returns, attack Anu or Zechs once. Then Mr. Bushido will come out. Shoot down Mr. Bushido and Aliel Sarchez, and then shoot down Anu using Lock-On's second Transam attack.
If you use the first, it doesn't work.
She dies. Yes, there you go, you have the map attack. See?
Let's get that requirement out of the way.
Jian Beam Saber Fang.
Even with focus.
She doesn't even have her genius available yet.
Cool. Whatever.
Get going, glorious golden god. But not the god of light. That's a different golden god. Looks like I let down my guard a bit. Is that person the same as us? New types are close enough to innovators.
is beyond you.
Ouch. Are my monitors dead? That hurt. That hurt.
Yeah, I thought so.
This unit rapidly approaching this area. Reinforcements for the White Fang? Nope. Don't tell me. That man. Mr. Bushido? When I heard that my friend had arrived, I couldn't stand back and wait. I had to come and see this. However, you're a member of the A-Laws. And so that's why you will strike me down, as expected of you, Miliardo Peacecraft. But but fighting against you will be a different time. Before putting an end to you, my enemies, I must take revenge for my friends. Against you Gundams, and Zechs. This has nothing to do with the A-Laws or White Fang. I shall simply continue upon my own path of battle. He's coming. With this Maserao, I should be able to draw out my full strength. All that's left is to firm my resolve. And so there's the Maserao with Mr. Bushido. So, kill Mr. Bushido and Aliel Sarchez.
Just to be clear, Setsuna doesn't have to kill anyone, right?
No.
Okay.
Setsuna does not. It's just get rid of the two of them. Transamorize your sword.
Might as well go for one.
Boy, how many times is it we've crossed blades like this? Do you say that so long as you're able to have your own fight, you don't care what happens to this world? Personally, I don't care about this world. About what happens to this world. So in this case, my world is this fight. How foolish. It really is stupid.
I don't think Revisions is stage play. It says it's a live drama, and I'm not sure 100% what that means. That to me just says,
The eyes.
the actors on a stage reading out the script as there's something in the background.
There are many things it could be.
But yeah, I'd love to see ELS Grandmaker in the X-Zero Pair 4 that actually has 7 swords.
Well, I mean, the original Exia had 7 swords.
Is that Trans Am?
Are you going to say something about, no, I mean 7 swords because 2 of them are daggers?
No, I was going to say 7 swords for once because, well, none of them have had 7 swords since that.
No, the 00 does.
Does the 00?
Well, technically, it's got 7 blades. It has 2 GN blades. I don't remember what they are. It has a pair of the GN swords that are also guns. It has the big GN sword, the GN Sword 3 or whatever, which is its rifle. So that's 3. It has 2 beam sabers for 5, and then it has its 2 bladed shields for 7. Because yes, the 00 has bladed shields for some reason.
There we go.
Destroy Gundams.
That looks good. Besides Zero Systems Online.
Who figured that Destroy Gundam was a good name for a unit?
Who thought Psycho Gundam was a good name?
Well, they clearly knew what they were doing. All of them were nuts. And it's got, the psychokinesis as well. Didn't the Psycho Gundam have some semblance of, Psychom gear? Yeah, Ptolemaeus can't do anything.
But it can do that.
It cannot move, it cannot attack.
I keep forgetting there's not a wait command.
Yep. Okay, Jagged. Okay, Arc Gundam.
It's not the
Prince
Jag
Ambrose
bug,
or sword.
because that doesn't exist.
I think you'd still be able to move after taking a shot like that. You really are crazy. So you really did prepare that bullet specially. Of course I did. I'm looking forward to seeing how well you can fight with that poison in you. Eliel Sarchez is nuts.
Started watching Gal Gaigar here recently. It's interesting. I'll love to see it in
Really, any of the Super Robot Wars if we play one of those.
T.
Or BX double W at least.
Well, yeah.
Roku Lion!
Yes, that is a glorious thing. Yes.
I love that they try to dodge this.
Well, I mean, it's a giant blade of pure energy. You really can't dodge that well.
I want to see someone try to cut down it. So just try to go,
Yeah!
it might help.
Well, I mean, if they had eye fields...
Strictly speaking, it couldn't hurt.
Trying to block it.
Yeah, no. I mean, you're pretty dead either way.
But in that case, you'd scrap your weapon as well.
No chance.
Because, I mean, narratively speaking, the best thing to do if you have something like that coming towards you is throw away all of your weapons. Because that means someone wandering in space, some protagonist wandering space at the critical moment will come across your rifle when he's unarmed and be able to fire off one final shot.
No, you're better off just using all thruster to dodge it and jump out of the mech. That way some lucky protagonist can steal the mech instead. Garrett.
No, Garrett didn't get his unit like that.
No, but I'm sure he would not be opposed to it.
Of course. But I do just love how Garrett Wren's introduction is sticking up someone for their mech.
Takes a lot of guts. And skill.
And a gun, and a grapnel gun, and a flash bomb.
And no small amount of stupidity.
Well, when you're facing off against a guy piloting a mech who's basically a thug from
End of century.
Fist of the North Star, it doesn't take that much. Those Fist of the North Star goon type people don't tend to be too smart.
They ain't much for book learning.
Or any learning, really.
No.
Do 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 do.
I figured even that would be overkill.
How are you? Hi, Claire. I'm a little yandere cat.
Sadly, we do not have the most important song yet.
Missile firing. You weren't going to show off the glorious missile of the Orgus?
No, because that's all of the Orgus' weapons.
But it's not the missile gun, it's just a missile. Gilsgiz. Gilsgiz look quite stupid.
The Akatsuki Gelsgas.
I'm just talking about the fact that the Gelsga just looks so inherently evil. It's
Yeah.
stuck onto a spider body. Who thought, this is a good look for us? Beam Saber plus Beam Sword maximum output.
Sure, I should survive one.
Zechs, is this fight for Relina's sake? Nor for absolute pacifism to work. The existence of the Alos cannot be allowed. But do you think that Relina would enjoy this fight? This isn't something for you to decide, hero. Very well, Zechs. However, you are my enemy.
Is that?
What?
There was a scent and I was wondering if it was her.
Most likely. She doesn't smell the greatest.
She smells of fish. Still. Months later.
I don't think so, but... You need a thorough wash, kitty. Just Trans Am.
Sure.
Is that because just Trans Am will do it?
Or is it just that it doesn't want to use the energy?
Could be
fine with it
either.
Either way.
Just go ahead and Trans Am 00.
After all, Setzer does not need the experience.
Yeah, it's got those gun blades. Its rifle gun blade, pair of beam sabers, pair of beam shields. No, not beam shields. Just bladed shields with E-carbon edges.
Doesn't that still only count for 6?
No. You've got 3 sets of blades. And then
Just barely not enough.
and then the large blade.
That was just barely not enough. I thought you were higher level than that. Let's get rid of you.
Alright, Aliel Sarchas. You've made the turn A angry.
Nah, I don't think so. Go for that instead.
So,
Moon runes.
even though it's a dangerous power, I have to use it now!
Because truly, this is the most ridiculous ability in all of
I
Gundam.
can't let this world turn out like the Black History! Yes, the Black History was a bad thing.
What are you talking about? It tied all of the series together. How could that be a bad thing? Okay, yeah, this bait definitely didn't kill there. Who...
Quattro?
Yeah, I was just thinking, who would be best to get the kill with? Quattro's at least a decent option.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Now I'll say that for
Turn
the
it,
Pantheon.
turn it, turn it.
Just to be sure it kills.
Direct hit.
Did you see that hit chance, though?
0.
0 and 100.
For a new type.
What
Must have very high prevail.
Of course, he probably has level 9 Prevail. Clearly he has... Wait, he has level 9 Prevail. He has the ultimate, I know.
That's such a weapon he has. Mega Bazooka Launcher. He often had other suits go along with him to act as energy tanks. You bastard! He screams as he dies. Like you're in any place to say that.
Only 1 level.
How dare you! I had to go ask the boss to power up my archer as well. Well then, Zechs, look forward to what's happening after.
Alright, so... there's that. Just checking to see if
I believe his...
that is in range.
And he
yeah.
has the will to be able to do it.
You don't need levels. Sure, you go for it. After all, you've got effort. That feels like overkill, but
Yeah, it is.
in this case, I salute you, sir.
And so you'll finish him off with everything you've got.
Not everything I've got.
But a lot of what you have remaining.
Transam rather than razor sword.
Well, the razor sword requires Transam. But even so. Blunt eyes.
Grandmaker is impressive.
But the double O is even more so.
Well, the Masarai isn't particularly impressive.
Masurao,
Masarai.
not Masurai. Level up. Hot blood.
Nice.
Even this Masurao isn't enough to take me to the peaks I desire. In that case, Zechs, next time I shall prepare an even greater sword to face you. Bye.
Okay, all conditions mostly are filled now.
Conditions have been cleared. All that's left is to finish this.
Alright, now... save.
Yes.
Alright, so I could do this the swag way, maybe.
Don't. Remember, you've got the plus 50% damage.
Alright. I'll at least do this. Yeah, that would have killed, wouldn't it?
Possibly. That should not get a kill, so.
Do you have flash? Good.
And he has.
Focus. And that
That
should be within
ought to
perfect
be
range.
enough.
Work on. +2 range, just in case my math is wrong. Ignore defensive skills?
Yep.
I'm just gonna,
Apply everything you can.
nah, it's got 50%, it doesn't need that one. And now I need to use the second one.
Mm-hmm. Turn on the animations for
Why
us.
is this so stupidly complicated?
Why? Why do we have to fight? That's because you're a human and I'm an innovator. We're able to understand each other. But this is a false world. Are you saying it was all a lie? With my feelings and yours? In that case, I've got something I think. Once more, I'll make you my woman. I won't let you say you hate it. Transam.
Okay, Lyle.
And you, I'll stop your movements.
Setsuno's nice. Okay, yeah, everything's filled.
The Karadim fades away. Lyle,
Yeah, that was a little overkill actually, but whatever.
Is this as far as I go? Retreating. Anew! Let go! What are you trying to do? Is it obvious? I'll make you my woman one more time! Lyle. I'll steal anything it takes to get... I'll steal what I want, even if you are an innovator. Anu, come back with me. Lyle, You're still you. Lyle. This is... Can we lock on? What? Foolish human. Gah. Innovators are those who will lead humanity. It's no good. Someone's controlling her? Is this that innovator Link? Yes. For those who are the head of this species, it is an absolute rule. I can't bear to watch humans try to get along with us. Learn the difference in power between us. That way of speech. Ribbons? Stop it! Stop anew! This is the end. Anew! Setsuna? Setsuna! What are you? Lyle. Anew! Lyle. No, I think it's a good thing that I'm an innovator. What? If that wasn't the case, then I wouldn't have met you. I'm certain I would have been lost somewhere else in this world. And who? Hey, do you think we were able to understand each other? Yeah, of course. That's good. Anew! Hurry, lock on! Open the cockpit! Yeah! Lock on! Anew's... She's unconscious, but she's still okay. Leave the rest to us. Take her back and get away from here. Setsuna? Hurry! I owe you for this. That's incredible, Setsuna. You were able to stop it moving despite avoiding the cockpit? He's the one who taught me how to snipe. Maybe indirect, but he was able to save his brother, huh? Setsuna? By fighting, we were able to save that girl. That's the reason we fight. Yeah. Secret clear. Please, do save.
Okay. That was every bit as tedious as I expected. Not as bad as I was expecting, but...
But it was a bit annoying. But hey,
so specific.
we still have a new returner now.
Not that matters much since it's the worst battleship, but... it's a thing.
Yeah, maybe not the worst. We still
You're
have the
right.
Eternal to come.
I was gonna say, you're right. The Ikaruga exists.
Yeah, the Ikaruga is not good.
Ikaruga.
Ikaruga. And then there's the Eternal as well, which, I mean, the Eternal is really good
The Eternal has
if you use the Freedom and Justice a
I
lot.
was going to say, it has the one really useful bit, but I don't use the Freedom and Justice enough to.
Enough to make the Meteor attack, useful.
I wish the Destiny had one like that. Had a Meteor pack.
Sadly, the Destiny was not designed for meteors. Because by that point in time, Kira had taken over.
He stole the show. Quite literally.
May I pick you up? I would like to show you on screen.
No, don't do that. Leave that to me. I don't want you to die.
No, I wouldn't die. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. I'm wearing a hoodie. It'd be fine.
You
Although I'm
say
afraid
that
she'd go
now.
spray something else. She does not like being held. Oh, Coney Cat, where did we go wrong raising you? Just use a hyper bazooka there, why not?
I don't know what I'm doing at this point.
All you need to do is
I
destroy
can
the
kill
Epion,
the Epion in a single turn.
and that is all you need to do.
I can quite easily do that, in fact.
So everything else is just
Fodder.
get more EXP. More EXP, more kills, things like that. What are you doing over there, little kitten?
I wonder what he'll wind up getting.
Who?
What hero's final skill is.
I believe it should be Soul.
Whether it's soul or love.
No, I'm fairly certain he doesn't have love.
You're right,
balance
that
reasons.
belongs to Endless Waltz version.
I was going to say for balance reasons, mainly. The target is confirmed as a Gundam type. Commencing assault.
And he's not hot-blooded. Why does he laugh in the beginning of the series and never do that again?
Blame it on the pressure at that instance. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but...
Alright. Just in case.
Wave Rider crash!
Just in case.
Wave Rider crash into yet another Gundam. Hello, Paloma. Do you not want to be here? Hello. Hand off of kitties. Your heart is beating very fast, girl.
If Gundam NT is a part of the next Super Robot Wars, I have no idea what they'd do with it, quite frankly. I haven't seen the movie yet, but...
Miliardo frantically panting there, trying to get the Zero system back under control. All I can imagine if narrative is in next Super Robot Wars, does that mean we'll get Silver Bullet Suppressor Benager?
Maybe.
That'd be
You
more
like
than
it.
Silver Bullet's an okay design, but it's got Incom, which I like. I just like the idea of Incom. And I'm sad that it shows up in so few things. Was Incom actually in any official fully animated stuff before?
Depends on your definition.
By which you mean...
Yes, but no. The reason why I say that is the unicorn... Not unicorn. Yes, it is. It's not mentioned, but it is.
Okay.
There are two separate instances of Incom that I can think of off the top of my head. Anavel Gato's Nuaziel. Technically.
Right.
That one is very technically.
Yeah.
I call those just wire-guided fists, frankly. However, the Rosen Zulu, its
right.
fists I can definitely call Incom.
Right, the Rosen Zulu was Incom. I always forget the Rosen Zulu has Incom.
It also has its nice little Incom barrier trap thing.
Yeah.
That's genuinely cool.
Well, that's not Incom, though, because those I don't think are on wire.
I have no idea whether they are or not.
And there we go. Lotus of Victory. Yes, I would read and comment on what's going on in chat, but I can't exactly lean over with the kitten in my lap. Well done, Zechs. Let's see. But you cannot shake my resolve. Zechs, I shall definitely destroy the Federation. If you try to get in my way, I shall defeat you as well. Zechs Merquise. The Elaw's and the White Fang. This is crazy, isn't it?
You know, just think about it. I can't think of a single Char clone who looks better with their helmet.
Sank Kingdom. Possibly full frontal.
You're right.
That's Sank Kingdom. The director's office at St. Gabriel's Academy.
Oh dear, that does sound actually horribly accurate.
Right there. Oh, what is it? No. How incredible it is! To think that the older brother of our darling Relina, who desires nothing but peace, would be starting even more battles. Everyone is in a state of absolute chaos right now. The invincible protectors of the Federation, the A-Laws, failed. Well, and the Space Fortress Bulge was captured. There hasn't been such shocking news since the Federation was formed. There's something you want to say, Dorothy? The appearance of the White Fang shall move this age into a new stage. Yes, through war. Don't look so sad, Lady Relina. If you want to stop this fight, I've got a method prepared. A method prepared? Please wait a minute. I'll go ahead and start things. Brother. Both Lady Marina and Nunnally have found their own paths. What should I do? Is there anything I can do? Yes, Lady Relina. We've connected. Nice to meet you, Princess Relina. Duke Delmayu? Now, what shall you do, Lady Relina? Ptolemaeus Hangar. Setsuna. A new returner. She's in the doctor's room. Felton, Soma, and Pierce are with her. Is that so? Allow me to thank you, Setsuna. No matter what I say, I can't repay this. All I did was save 2 of my allies. Allies? Huh? If you heard that, I'd think she'd be happy. But since you got taken over by those innovator guys, are things bad at this rate? You don't need to worry about that. We've erected some anti-quantum wave shielding inside the Ptolemy. You're able to do stuff like that? That's something Soma Pierce came up with. Ah, yes. Because she was a member of the HRL's military, they designed a special way in order to cut at the outside quantum brainwaves from interfering with her. Until we perfect the shield, it'll take a bit of time. So we've designed a special helmet for her that'll cut quantum brainwaves. Thanks, Tierra. Hallelujah. And Pierce, too. Ah, what a nice smile you've got there. It really is worth 10 million G. Sorry, but you can't exchange this smile for cash. Oh, Quattro, what are you doing without your sunglasses?
They really didn't change his face at all for Char's counterattack, did they?
No, but they cut his hair a lot.
No. No, they didn't even really cut his hair that much. He
Yes,
just
they
slicked
did.
it back.
They adjusted his hairstyle. How's that?
Yes.
If this battle keeps on going, a lot of people's smiles are going to turn into tears of sorrow. But we've decided that we're going to fight. We've decided that we're going to fight. We can't let the ordinary people get caught up in it. In order to protect all those people who are trying their best to live out there every day, we've got to fight. And it's for that reason that I have returned to Zechs. It is for that reason that I have shamefully returned to Zechs. No one's thinking like that. We're just happy that our reliable allies come back to us. However, Miliardo Peacecraft is strong. Now that he's thrown away all hesitation, he'll be sure to use as many means as he can. That man is able to make use of the Epion. Of course he's incredibly strong-willed. But we've got to do this. Now that every world knows about the White Fang, we don't know what sorts of methods the Allies will use to target the colonies. But even so, I think things will be fine. Just look at Mr. Lockon's smile. That's right. It's a big problem! Something crazy's just happened! What's wrong, Garrett? We've just received word at the quarter. A new zone's shown up! To top it off, there's 2 of them! What? They've shown up both in the Pacific and the Dark Continent! This is really bad! The declaration of war from the White Fang in 2 zones. Looks like it's time for me to prepare my resolve. Oh, crow. So.
Alright. So, do we do another stage? It's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. I'd say let's go ahead and do another stage here, because that'll end the route split.
Energy. Wrong thing. Energy save. What was that?
SP get. If you destroy an enemy, you recover 10 SP.
Okay.
However, even if you destroy more than one enemy with it, it doesn't stack.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it just once per turn, or?
I think it's once per attack, not once per turn, but it might be once per turn.
Alright, let's...
It's never a skill I used, but it could be useful at times.
It just seems impressive, at least.
Boop. Could easily be enough to keep you in, to allow you to focus every turn.
No, what?
What are you looking for?
There we go.
There you go.
I was trying to set it to kills.
Yeah. I have a very happy cat in my lap. It's always nice to have cats who will stay with you.
Alright.
Fully upgrading the turn A?
Yep. I've got enough money to easily do that.
Plus 100 energy, and energy restore large acquired.
Question is, do I want range up or movement up? I'll go for movement up since it's primarily for that. And now I've got to... I mean, levels as well, but stats. Better.
Yep, Lauren is now in the Hakushiki, and Quattro is in the turn A.
Alright, and that is everything, so just got to quickly save.
Yep. Alright, can you hand me my phone, please? To keep me waiting like this, isn't that a bit rude of a way to treat your sponsor? And once again, let me guess, you're off buying more hot dogs or hamburgers or something, weren't you? Of course I was. As expected of an economic genius. You've got a good eye for these things.
So he's taken the Quattro Bajeena method of hiding his identity.
Welcome back, Gaio. Yes, the King of Destruction, thought dead a year ago, has shown up once more.
Looks like he's been gambling his life away.
Alongside Carlos again. But, you know, those sunglasses really don't suit you. If I take them off, all the kids who walk by start crying. Alright, you take one of these hot dogs too. I'll go ahead and gratefully take it. Let's see. But I don't think you called me here just to chat about old times. Of course. Even so. You really do like fast food a lot, don't you? I think of it as the taste of happiness. Taste of happiness? It's something that both kids and young people eat while smiling all the time. To put it another way, it's the flavor of peace. I see. Although I can only think of it as the flavor of artificial preservatives. If you're done eating, let's get moving. Get moving? But where to? Wherever the wind takes us, and wherever our whims do. Alright then, Gaio. Let's get going. A happy journey of a rich man and a crazed warlord. Yep. Palace Insalaaum. Bridge. Are you not going to deploy, Your Highness? In order to raise the morale of the Arcsabers, you should head out in the Holy King's machine. Do you desire me to die in battle, Ambrone? What are you saying, Your Highness? Your Highness! The former generations of King had sealed away the dimensional science. However, in order to revive Insalaaum, I broke that seal. I raised you to the head of science. Let's see. And in addition, allowed you to make use of our monstrified warriors. However, the Sacred King's machine, I shall not hand over to you. That is the proof of Insalaaum's king. Something like that. Forgive me, Ambrone. This is all because I was unqualified. If I wasn't the prince, you wouldn't have had to do things such as this. Such as this? Of course I'm talking about the revival of Insalaaum. After all, that is the reason we came to this world. I've left the zones to Wayne and Lady Marilyn. So show the results of your dimensional science. See. Yes, Your Highness, I'm not worthy of these words. I shall be sure to show the fruits of my efforts. However, Your Highness, it appears as though Zechs is heading towards the zone where Wayne is. In that area, the Knight of Knights and your prided Rook-Adamon are there, are they not? Do you not believe in them? Yes. In that case, let us believe in Wayne. He is the man who shall become the strongest knight in the history of Insalaaum. Incredible, Setsuna. Even Captain Amuro and Camille were praising you. All I did was save an ally. But even so... everyone's thinking about it. It's actually kind of scary. I wasn't talking... I can't really say it, but, you've really changed, Setsuna. Is that so? Hey. Lock on. Saji. Sorry to do this when we're about to scramble. Can you go outside for a minute? Yeah! What is it? I won't take too much time. It's just there's something I want you to hear. I'll fight. I'm gonna fight. Not as a member of Cathalon, nor as a member of Celestial Being, or even a member of Zechs, but of my own will. Against those innovators who tried to steal anew from me. Understood. That's all. I just wanted someone to hear that. If that's so, then you know what we need to do now. Stop those zones. And if a gatekeeper winds up showing up again, Michelle and I will wind up taking out its weak points. I'll do it, brother. In order to protect this world, I'll shoot him down. Moonwill's been revived? Apparently, the Ikur in the tower wound up tapping into Will's network in order to try and find out what's happening with Veda. But they wound up getting attacked by the resurrected Moonwill. And Will's currently stopped functioning. That bastard. I thought we destroyed him back during the destruction incident. I mean, we did definitely defeat him back at that time. But think that he'd be able to resurrect himself? Don't tell me. It's exactly like that. It looks as though Moonwill's been revived through that power of darkness or whatever. Takara and the others were able to defeat a bunch of the robot mafia as well, but... difficulty. But in the very end, he said that there were 2 guys even behind Gestalt. Shinobu and Takeru think that Moonwheel is one of those 2 people behind the scenes. So they rendezvoused with the Cyber Beast force. And the thinking robot Black Ox and Leda have also wound up joining them. Wasn't that supposed to be part of the Twinkle Project? The world at large thinks that she's just graduated from it. But it looks as though there was a hidden reason, huh? Mr. Alto, have you heard anything from Ranka and Cheryl? No. Even if I send off mails, I haven't gotten it. Even if I've sent all the messages I've sent off, everything I've gotten back from Ranka has just been sort of light and breezy. Cheryl hasn't responded at all. And so... Oh. The Ikaruga and the tower have been busy doing with Moonwell and can't move at the moment. In other words, we're gonna have to deal with the Pacific Zone on our own. But destroy a zone means... I'll leave it at that, Renton. You don't need to beat around the bush like that, Kay. After all, I'm sure that's what women like about you, isn't it? Crow? But I'm fine. After all, I've already made up my mind. Made up your mind? Are you going to turn yourself into a sacrifice like Ren and the others to seal off a zone? Don't use such crude words for it. After all, something even I'd laugh about. Wait, Crow. We'll leave that for here. After all, we don't even know if we'll be able to reach the zone, do we? And there's another possibility those giants will show up too. If it's the Rook Ottomans, leave them to me and lock on. I'm counting on you, Michelle. After that, we'll think about what happens then. What is it, Basara? Give it everything you've got. That's what I always intend to do. And when the time comes, I'm counting on you to have a good song playing as a background. Leave it to me. Wait a minute, Basara. Think about the time to say pointless things like that. It's fine, Melaine. After all, it's precisely because of this kind of guy that all of us can give it our best. Besides, I'm the one who's acting irresponsible here. I may wind up abandoning both my dad and Esther. But even so, I'll stop this zone. Leave the rest to you guys. Chapter 35. Struggle for tomorrow is what some people have translated this chapter as. So, deploy your units.
Alright.
You have 20 available.
Zeta. New. U. Turn A. DX for once.
Because the moon appears to be out.
If the moon is not out, I'm going to be very annoyed.
Having a bit of trouble selecting?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Tarsus?
Yeah, Tarsus. Two of them. Methus, Orgus, Altron. Don't really need him in that area anymore, but
Good block for Basara.
yeah, I'm going with this block. Gives flying and non-flying. Yeah, that's everyone who actually needs.
Prepare for launch.
Should be.
Oops, the Yakushiki's underwater. Oh well.
Missed
New
the
returner. How are you? I can't feel any external quantum brainwaves. It's a bit of a weird feeling. Can you do it anew? As long as the rest of you are willing to forgive me. There's nothing to forgive. You're our ally, after all. That's right. And of course, this return is Mr. Stratos' girlfriend as well. If Anu wasn't here, I'd have to be both the gunner and the navigator. Everyone, we're counting on you, Anu. Protect our home. Alright, Lyle. We've confirmed a zone up ahead. See. Looks like the entire area around... Looks like the entire island's a zone. Everything around it's died. We can't see any Insalaaum units around the surrounding area. Of course, it could be that they're just tying their units across a dimensional veil. So Lieutenants Apolli and Robert and Roberto came into Texas too? After I left Oz, they wound up going off to collect information. Why on earth would Insalaaum erect a zone in a place like this? Is it that they feared an attack from the Federation? I don't think that's possible. After all, if they wind up screwing up, it could be an all-out war. If we were able to find out the reason they put a zone here, we might be able to find a pattern to their locations. Let's see. We've confirmed it. The area around the zone is surrounded by an absolute dimensional field. In other words, we won't be able to stray at their standard means. And it looks like the other gatekeepers have come. A Rook-Adamon? But it doesn't look like it's got one of those absolute barriers erected. If that's the case, we'll just have to crush it. In order to take out the main force, we'll crush the gatekeeper. Crow? The zone comes later. For first, we have to eliminate the dimensional beast. There's only a single enemy. Speed will be the deciding factor. Watch out! Your rush is reacting to something. There's an unknown energy reaction around the Rook-Adamon. Are they attacking? This is... Crow. Esther? Why? Why? What are you? Why? Why did I become a dimensional beast? Why did my hometown get turned into that? Why didn't you and Firebug come sooner and save my friends and family? Esther. I hate you, Crow. Esther! Esther.
Will down.
Yeah. Tiamat. Gerard's here? Gerard Garz Bontel died in the former battle. Wayne? The Diamond and the title of Knight of Knights have been received by me, along with his soul. Looks like he wasn't just taking on that title for show, huh? With your lowered spears, do you really think you can fight me? So that was something you'd prepared? I'm sorry, Crow Groost. But no matter what method we use, we have to win this. Dimensional extractors are a system that relies on someone's will to draw out energy. See? That monster wound up using that to draw out your inner trauma and scars. Mayu, Mother, Father, Flay, Nicole, I'm sorry. Everyone in Zechs was affected. All units, commence attack! Now is the time to show the power of Arcsabers. Knights! All units, follow the new Knight of Knights! What do we do, Captain? Char back here. We'll get annihilated. I've got to respond. But if I'm in this state, damn it, I can't move. This may be a cowardly tactic, but we cannot lose. Wayne, let us go, Crowroost. With this Diamond that my master has entrusted to me, I shall defeat you. And alongside us, we shall bring in the Insalaaum back. So, destroy all enemies. Don't let Crow die. Within 3 turns, destroy 16 enemies. Or deal more than 20,000 damage to the Diamond, or drop the Rook Automon below 30% HP.
That's a lot of choices, honestly. So, how terrible?
80.
Ooh.
80. 80. 80. That is quite bad.
Well, there's at least one good thing here. No? What?
What?
Ugh. That's not from starting well. It just dropped it flat to 80.
Mm-hmm.
That's evil.
Oh, and you can't use spirit commands. You can buff a single person.
Oh, I can't. Oh, because
Yeah, because that requires will.
Well, it's obvious who. No, you can't buff myself. Wow, that
Yeah.
really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Who designed this stage?
There's probably going to be something that'll buff all your will in a bit, but probably has to do with our guest character who'll be making an appearance.
Yeah. Who's the best one to buff? I guess. You know what? Screw it. If I can only do single target things.
That won't do anything to it.
It's Dimensional Beast.
No, it isn't.
What?
It's an unmanned unit.
Really?
Yeah.
It's counted as an unmanned
Those are
unit?
AI.
Why AI?
Well. So you have very few things you can activate. But, well, hopefully you'll be able to make some of it work.
Paloma.
Hey, kitty.
Yes, earlier what the person said, this, if they do NT, the silver bullet likely will show up.
Oh, kitty.
Banaj will probably get the silver bullet.
Yeah, because that's what he had, the silver bullet suppressor.
And then later on he'll get the unicorn.
Come up, kitten. Show up on stream again. Don't panic.
That requires 110 will, doesn't it? Yep.
Yep. All you can do is punch. Well, or you could transform. You can go for a transformed attack, but
Let's just try to deal with these things. And of course damage is lowered by 20%.
because your will is low.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because that works both ways. Turn A is good at least. Because most of Turn A's attacks don't require will.
Keep going, Quattro.
And because he's a high-level new type.
Still hard for anything to hit him. So, kitten. How are you? This is my phone. Do not eat the phone.
Well, that was also a decent, good hit chance.
But at the very least, you are able to gain will.
Yes.
That is a good thing. There are some times when you can't.
They're not
Okay.
quite that evil. Actually, I've got a
Do,
flight
do, do,
module.
do, do. Meow. You're a very happy kitty. But you are not showing off for the camera much at the moment.
This is gonna be a long stage, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Not
And
as
we'll
long as some.
lose. Saddest character ever to lose.
At least they aren't going nuts.
And by that I mean no one cares. Oh, someone probably cares.
Arcsaber AI. But 80 will.
I'm disappointed that Bazaar's song didn't immediately... that Bazaar didn't counteract it with a song. Given that Crow had specifically asked him to... Okay.
What?
The amount of damage it took there from a single hit. Orcus is also a good unit for this stage.
Since it only has one thing that requires will.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the Aquarian is in a lot of trouble.
That feels so wrong.
Yep.
Not being able to counter. With the Aquarian.
Mm-hmm. It is a cruel fact. Meow 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 meow. Dimensional punch. Warp rocket punch, kitty.
Is that not the greatest type of rocket punch?
Do 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 do. Let's hope you've got enough Reap Mag Knuckles.
I've got a few left. Just like this one's also really good until you factor that bit in.
It's tolerable.
But hey, at least later on we'll get the better DX.
Yeah.
And we could get the
Oh,
original X,
But hey, that's good.
I think.
Crowbroost, I challenge you! He's strong. Something's different about him compared to before. As I am now, I am the Knight of Knights. I'm not fighting with my strength alone. His Highness, my master, my teacher, the pride of all Arcsabers and the future of our citizens. I've got the resolve to shoulder all of that.
Just keep getting hit. Or hopefully dodging.
Is that all you've got, Arcsaber? $2,000 damage on a crit.
Minus 20% is all I can say. It's a lot of damage after all. Why? How?
Don't know. How many enemies have you taken out?
2? Maybe?
4.
4?
Yep.
4, I guess.
4 total.
Right, the 4 that were over here.
Yes.
Goom!
I'll stop him.
I don't know what he's doing, but... Which view is which? Here's the one I want to get over here.
It's no good removing him, he comes right back.
Oh, right, Destiny has this.
Yep, it's long-range beam cannon. Lovely. Well, the one particularly good thing to keep in mind with the X is that it's still charging here.
Not that it'll be able to use its attack, but...
Yeah, but does that matter?
Okay, all of those are useful.
Oh, hey, Sachi learned Will Up.
Those two. Lauren, go ahead and get a kill.
Yeah, when it comes to the weakened enemies, just pick them off with weak attacks.
Semi-strong attack, but still.
So you just have to be especially wary of the dimensional
Quarter's
beast that
basically
is...
worthless.
Yeah.
Need this, though.
Just, yeah, be very wary of that dimensional beast that is actively in your midst.
9.
So you need to kill 7 more. I would target the especially weak ones. Because there's a set of the 4 cannon fry.
Yeah, I
Fodder.
know, I was just
Cannon
trying
fry?
to say...
Cannon fodder small fry. Your rush is probably dead.
Yeah, almost certainly. Bare minimum, this will be dead. Thanks to the Orgus' doubling skill.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to climb up my chair from the back?
Yes. Tagami. What are you doing, cat? You are certifiably crazy. Our cats. No, you are not going to jump over to my seat. You've already scratched up far more than I'd like. Transform. See if you've got any better combat options that way. Well, at the very least, you've got the shield.
I was going to say, I'm probably going to die from this, but yeah.
Bye, Gamlin. So you've got a Hyper Bazooka and Beam Sabers.
That may have been problematic, but...
He's got plenty of his EA motor cannons.
Tagami, no.
But your hair is delicious. Let's see.
I don't think Macro Stealth has actually been in any yet, has it?
Not so far as I know. Macross wasn't in DD at all? Huh. I
Yeah.
thought it was somewhere.
No.
Well, that is very weird considering the
Oh,
enduring
hey!
popularity. Oh!
How did...
He's got the will up, doesn't he? Yes, he does.
And I've got one other person with will up. Although I already moved him this turn.
Yeah. But hey, you have some people who are back.
And he also has will up. I think.
Yep. Great, everyone with the will up actually is back to a reasonable, respectable will. Delta was in Cross Omega, but in all honesty, I don't
Cross
think
Omega
Cross
doesn't
Omega
count.
counts.
I'm glad to know we are of the same opinion when it comes to Cross Omega.
Yeah.
Yay, motor cannon.
Just in range of the Zeta. Well done, Zeta. A star point acquired! You're tough. How unfortunate, Wayne. Let's see. That's... But you won't take us out like that. This is the end of you, however. For those of you who are trapped in a nightmare, you shall not defeat me in the Diamond. As much as I hate to admit it, he's right. At this rate, we're just gonna get wiped out. The look Atamon is reacting to something? That's... the Shurouga? Asakim Dowin. It's been a while, Asakim. So did you finally come here to eat me? What are you even saying, Asakim? It's probably pointless to try and check. Don't be conceited, Crow. What? The fact that the old hag's pet is reacting to it, is that even more of a monster? At the very least, I'm stronger than you. If that's the case, allow me to test you! Impossible! An imitation sphere. Something such as that, you couldn't hope to face me. Damn it. I can't use the Tiamat well enough! Wayne. He's far too pure. So that's why he held doubts about his battle. So somewhere in his heart he was longing for a pure and honest battle, huh? That has nothing to do with me, however. Asakim, why are you here? If you come here to take Crow, we'll fight you! How utterly stupid this all is. What? See? With someone whose heart is shaken by something as simple as that, it's impossible for him to draw out the true power of the swaying scales. Now you've said it, Asakim. If that's the case, then we'll take out that monster before dealing with you. We've got things we need to do!
Wheel up, everyone.
Getting rid of these is a buster's job. I'm counting on you, CDS.
Is this?
Speak it full boost!
No, it's the same.
Love how he's got the Sentai kick. Yes, it'll be a while still before he unlocks the Unbreakable Fulcrum.
I was wondering if they were just going to quickly show off an early version of it.
No. Take that, artificial dimensional beast. Crow? That's pretty good. Even my heart's getting fired up. You succeed in drawing out the power of his sphere? I've got it. See? In other words, this guy's ability to draw out trauma is limited. And how should we overcome it? If I was to put it easily, you just have to face that monster with a strong enough heart. If your heart wins, that curse will be broken. How splendid, Crow. But do you think that simple humans will be able to do that? You, Asakim, don't think you can look down on us on high for forever. Forever. We'll do it. All of us. Our spirits in the dimensional beast stream. which will win. That's how it is, Asakim. We'll take you on after we clear up Insalaaum. Well then, in that case I'll lend a hand, for the sake of my goals as well. Do as you like. I don't intend to get along with you. That is fine, swaying scales. Don't let Crow or Asakim die.
And now we've got the Shurouga for one stage.
Mm-hmm.
S in Sky.
Counter level 9, ultimate. Spiritual defense, energy save, prevail level 6, will limit break, ignore size, dash.
Cool.
HP recovery medium, energy recovery large. Spiritual defense, movement of 11. Luster Edge, Embrace the Inferno, Discalibur, Tragic Genocider, and Rambling Discalibur.
Okay.
He's got quite the attack list now. Far better than the former Shurouga.
I'm fine with you attacking this for a while.
Yeah. So you saw through my heart, did you? Yes. My past is a darkness enough to make even you tremble. And my future is as well. In order for the bell of fate to resound out, you must disappear.
Gotta love why he wants the spheres, right?
You and I are both filled with sins. The Demon Lord's blade, like a dark wind. Shurouga. They're showing it off here, but the Shurouga's a transforming unit.
Is the Shurouga a transforming unit, or is that just the Shurouga Sin?
I don't remember, actually, but yeah. One of them can transform into
still
a
going.
bird mode.
Still going.
Asakim's eyes are glowing actively.
This is on par with Crow. Oh my. He drew a magic circle.
He has very cursed attacks. And trust me, you haven't even seen his craziest attack. You guys don't all have will up, but I bet. I think that if you attack the boss there, you'll get instant will up. If you survive.
Everyone's will went up by 10,
Teeny
it
bit.
looks like, but
Ouch. Eye pain. But remember, there are battleships and standard Atamons still to deal with.
punch the battleship.
Aren't you happy to have Crobat? To have an ally on your side?
And
Not going to
actually,
attack the boss?
oh, I actually can.
Yep.
I didn't think I could.
As it utilizes the intercept horn or something. No. The reason I fly is because of my heart. I'm not being played by anyone else. Shurouga, where are you? I... That isn't it. I have to protect them! Just keep on blasting away. Can you keep up with this? I doubt it. I mean, it's just a giant monster. I fly as my heart wills. My heart is mine alone. I won't hand over the extra restore my dad. Let's go. This is the fight I've decided.
You got applied there?
I don't think anything's applied, but I do think you should have your SP back. Can't say for certain, but That was the reason you couldn't cast Spirit Command, is because, I believe your Spirit Commands are at 0.
No, everyone has full SP.
Oh. Well, at the very least, you should be able to cast commands now. At least on Alto. Tragic Genocider? Tragic Genocider.
He committed a sin so unspeakable
What path have you walked?
that he was cursed
Tense.
with immortality.
Tragic Genocider!
Okay. Not sure what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
Nope. But Asakim is Asakim. He is crazy and he will do whatever he wants.
Prevail's active.
Yeah. Fun.
I can survive one.
Hoping.
This is not going to deal 12,000 damage.
Probably not. But
This-
it will hurt.
I mean, this is at least a partially upgraded Ptolemaeus.
Quarter of your HP in a single hit.
If I'd defended that, I actually would have blocked it.
Probably. Do 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 do.
What battleships can you actually think of from Gundam?
Well, I mean, most of them have been used.
Or really, what famous battleships in series can you think of?
You've got the Argama line, White Base, Rock Hylum, the Diva from Age, the Archangel, the Minerva. Let's see, there's the Isaribi from, I think I've got that name right, from Iron-Blooded Orphans, although I don't know how much it actually does. But if you need a battleship, it's a ship. Let's see, what other Gundam series can I think of? Wing did not really have a battleship.
Average say that.
So, that's a no for Wing. G Gundam doesn't have a battleship. Let's see, what else can I think of? Erg. Struggling to think of other Gundam series. I'm not a murderer, Jared! Even so, I have to fight in order to put an end to this battle. Isn't that right, 4?
Well, there's the Eternal, of course.
Oh yeah, right.
How could you forget when we're actually going to get in this?
Because the Eternal is so very pink.
At least it isn't swamped by Haros?
I guess. But maybe they could actually take over and, take a load off the crew, considering celestial beings Haros. A place like this. I'm not playing around here! I'm putting my life on the line to fight! So I won't let things end here!
Thank you, Camille. Yep. Can actually use them now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice. Very useful.
Oh, Camille. At the very least, I think things should be done once you take out the boss here.
It's either after taking out the boss or taking out everyone. You hardly need to get over there, but I'll send you over there anyway.
Flash Edge. Mayu, Mother, Father, I don't want anyone else to experience that tragedy. So, I'll fight. Oh, Shin. Launch your shoulder boomerangs. My fight is... I won't forgive you, Dimensional Beast. You were making use of my memories of Mayu, who were trying to deceive me. I won't let you get away with it. I'll take you down, and then destroy Insalaaum for calling forth more wars.
That's too much HP.
On that beast. Macross Quarter, strengthened mode. At least the Buster Cannon works.
Even if I can... That was worthless. I actually missed.
Fun. Quickly. Well, it could always be...
Let's dive.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what the weird-looking command was.
Yep. Because you're over water. Hey, you can actually use Transam. Oh, Kira. Even phase shift armor isn't good enough against dimensional beasts.
Does this thing have Prevail? Yes, it does.
Yes, level 4. You could Mugen punch it.
That I could.
Or could you possibly Mugen? No, you can't Mugen punch the boss. It's too far away. You could fin funnel it. Perfect.
Right, no accelerate.
Yeah.
Sorry that I'm being quiet during this, but I am genuinely unsure as to what to do each moment.
All because everyone's been so drastically weakened by the will loss. So you just have to improvise on the fly here. How's Garrett looking, by the way? Will-wise.
Oh, there it goes.
Eureka! Goodbye, Renton.
Yeah, I kind of figured Renton would die.
Also, do check what the clear bonus is. Is the clear kill all enemies? Wrong one. Destroy all enemies.
Cool.
I bet when the boss dies, everyone else will. Hello, Cheska. Hit a boost. Hello there. Hello, skittish kitty. Will you come over? Will you come over for the nice people on the camera?
That's why Skitty's called Skitty, isn't it?
Skittish kitty? But it's not exactly skittish. He has soul there at the bottom.
You know what? I just want this over. Do I just want it over? Actually, let's go for this one.
Discalibur.
Save it for Excalibur.
Hello, skittish kitty. Here's the skittish one of our two sister calicos. I've managed to wrangle her temporarily here.
As long as nothing goes
She
wrong.
has much more black fur on her face. Calm.
Cross.
Stay calm, little squishy cat. She has put on quite a bit more weight than her sister. She is a bit of a glutton.
You know, I'd love
Off you
DD if it had more attacks.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I did that to you, but I wanted people to be able to see you a bit, Chess.
But it doesn't have attacks like Super Robot Wars. It has an attack and a skill with a cooldown.
Okay.
You equip attacks, and that attack has a cooldown and is stronger and has larger range typically.
Okay. So more units and larger maps at the expense of attacks overall.
Hmm?
Thorcatamon's been destroyed! See, with this they won't be able to control us anymore. All units, stop the zone! We need to take out the surrounding enemies!
Yeah, I kind of figured this would be the case. That would happen, and then...
Although you don't get any more cool dialogue of people.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to get more cool dialogue, but also... I just want this over.
Transam? Transam.
Because why not Transam?
GN cannon should work fine underwater. Well,
We'll
it's got a
see.
sea underwater. But it's not a beam. Oh, it is a beam. Okay.
Yeah, let's see what happens anyway.
It's better than nothing. It's not like they can hit me.
Fire the GN cannons at an underwater target. And of course it's got after images, because Transam. $19.54. Not great, not terrible. As long as I still have my pride, I can hold on! Are you sure about that, pal? I don't think your pride will defend you against a mortal blow. Could just be me being a fool, but... Interestingly enough, his beam cannon doesn't count as a beam attack.
Interesting. Just skip that.
That is very weird. Mega Bazooka Launcher? Mega Bazooka Launcher. Goodbye, Lauren. Do show off that attack at some point. That he was trying to use the Mobile Suit Squadron attack.
Sure, you should be able to survive one hit.
As we get Apolly and Roberto back.
Alright.
Satellite charged. Who shall be targeted?
Ideally, all of them.
Yeah, you can't, really.
I can. If I'm able to move and destroy one of these.
So the most ideal thing, in my opinion, would be not to get Garrod into the spot K is in, or one to the left.
No.
Yes. So you get Garrod into the spot K is in, and that way his beam cannons will go all the way along that way and hit that dimensional beast as well. Or possibly where the Ultron is.
Let's see. Go ahead, attack this.
I would check the range on the map attack first.
On the map attack?
Yeah. Too late. See if it is one directly in front of you. Alright, it is, so yeah, that would still work.
before I do that, Nethys.
Heal him.
Is this one you want me to show off?
Yes, the mobile suit's platoon attack. He's got instinct. Yeah. Let's see Roberto and Apolli actually do something here. After they've been, not usable in-game.
Rick Diaz's.
They
Char
fuck out Red
color.
Rick Diaz's. Well, I mean, by the end of Z, you do have 2 Red Rick Diaz's. One comes with a Muro, and the other one is, well, the one Char was using.
The true Rick Diaz.
Sure, think of it like that if you like. Accelerate.
I feel like this may be too strong.
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
Only because it was a crit.
However, not quite high enough. Will?
That one.
That definitely shouldn't kill.
Yeah, no, it should not kill.
Alright, now I need to deal...
He will not be able to do enough.
yeah, I know. I'm looking to see how much I need to deal.
Huh. 4 is also live in D?
Yeah, she gets the Psycho Gundam.
Ah. So that means that it doesn't matter. Yet, Roberto and Apolli. I have to feel so bad for Roberto and Apolli. Because, I mean, they were completely normal guys, and they almost survived Zeta.
No, it wasn't good enough. It was almost good enough.
Well, at least one of them almost survived Zeta. I think it was Apolli that almost survived, and Roberto died quicker. But still, they did an admirable job for being normal guys.
Alright, since that one failed to die,
Without any protagonist qualities whatsoever.
get a kill.
Element online. Yes. Apolli and Roberto. History may not remember your names, but everyone who watched Zeta will. Be glad they don't die in this. And for Z3, be especially glad they didn't die, as they're the only reason you get the new. Roberto, Apolli, Emma, and Ketch to be in DD along with 4 and Camille. Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe they'll be added to the gacha pool later. Or something like that.
You don't get characters from the gacha pool, though. It makes no sense to me.
In all honesty, Katz, whenever I've seen him, is kind of take him or leave him. But Apolli and Roberto, sure. They seem to be pretty good guys. Friendship. Fully heal 1 ally's HP.
Of course he has friendship. After all, he's the best friend in all of Gundam. So good friends, he nearly killed him multiple times.
Are you saying that's not what a friend would do?
Depends if you ascribe to the Domon Kashu school of friendship. In which case it most certainly is.
That's just the Domon Kashu school of everything, though, really, isn't it?
Yes.
You only make friends by someone after... You only become friends with someone after you've beaten them to a pulp. Or been beaten to a pulp by them.
Ptolemaeus is actually leveling up now.
Well, I mean, it kind of has to. So much for that.
It was worth a shot.
There we go. Confirmed all enemies have been destroyed. There don't appear to be any reinforcements. All that's left is... Crow! You... See you later, duo. Make sure to turn lock on into an excellent replacement for me. Alright, everyone. And I've leave Esther to you. Mr. Crow! Is seeing him off all we can do? I can't allow that, Crow. What are you trying to do, Asakim? I can't afford to hand this over to you. But what the hell are you saying? I shall be reborn in the flow of the origin law. That guy, is he trying to steal the zone? Asakim? For now, this is goodbye, swaying scales. Although we may not meet any longer. Watch out. Those who possess a sphere shall certainly hunt you down. What?
What the?
This is fine.
Oh, right, because Asakim wanted to die. Due to his sin of immortality. They never mention what his sin is, just that it's unforgivable.
Well then, Asakim Dowin sealed off the zone. All we can say is that, although we don't have any idea why on earth he would do something like that. Self-sacrifice, protecting the world, no matter how I think about it, words like that don't seem to apply to him. However, it is thanks to him that we were able to preserve our final trump card. Crow. Seems he's already prepared himself. If Asakim hadn't gone and done that, he would have sealed the zone himself. Well then, shall we use him to seal... Are we going to use him to seal the zone in the Dark Continent? The only one who can decide that is Crow himself. For now, let's head towards the Dark Continent. Now that we were able to stop a single zone, Insalaaum won't be able to stay quiet. With this, both squadrons have reunited. No matter who may come at us, we'll be able to respond. The zone in the Dark Continent's already begun activating. We have to hurry. Captain, we've received a transmission from Kevin McLaren from Insalaaum. He says he wants to rendezvous with us as he's got some important information.
That's the guy we captured before, isn't it?
He said that he opposed the way that the prince was acting. He may be wanting to try and defect. Let's see.
With what happened at the African tower and what happened today, it's entirely possible that Insalaaum is using tactics they hadn't thought of before. Well then, let us go and see him. Could be that this might become a final trump card for us.
Hi, Ryoma. You're back at last.
Yep.
To think that Asakim guy would wind up sacrificing himself. I can't believe it. Huh. I'm the one who can't believe that you're here. Didn't you go missing?
And to top it off, unlike Hato and Benkei, you don't seem to have changed at all.
I got flung off to the second moon thanks to that dimensional quake the Shin Dragon caused.
That second moon where he fought the King of Destruction?
And to top it off, it looks like thanks to those dimensional portions, it's only been a single week since I fought the Shin Dragon.
So you also got caught up in a dimensional little twist?
So, what's with that Black Getter Robo?
Oh, it looks kind of similar.
That's what I want. That's the Black Getter. I wound up creating it from the scrap I found on the moon. And at the Getter Graveyard. Getter Graveyard? It was quite a shock. But on that Shadow Moon, there were a bunch of Getters I'd never seen before that were lying all over the place. Looks like even before we'd fought the King of Destruction there were plenty of fights that had been held there.
See. Don't tell me. Do you think that place the King of Destruction had seen before we wound up fighting him on the Shadow Moon was that Getter Graveyard?
Once the zones have calmed down, we ought to go investigate it. Well, you're the one we're talking about. Are you intending to hawk those scrap getter robos off to the highest bidder? Just think of me as being the same as usual. But it's a bit unfortunate. After I wound up being there, things wound up shifting again so you can't get back in.
So the dimensional boundaries wound up reverting, huh?
So things really won't go well for you, will they?
Even at a time like this, Mr. Crow's thinking about his debt?
After all, we adults have to take care of our responsibilities.
Although I think you were doing fine as a normal adult before.
I really wish I could stay like that. What was that sound? Black Ox is laughing. Or it could be that he's crying at how pathetic you are. Come to think of it, I heard that thinking robot wound up joining Zechs.
Yeah, after we met up with the Kokobogar, Ox wound up coming alongside us.
Is this really fine, Ada? Pulling out of the Twinkle project like that.
There's nothing to be done about it, Mr. Alto. After all, I kind of got fired.
What? It appears as though Miss Grace has changed. She wants to use the Twinkle project, or more precisely, Miss Ronka's songs, for the military. Apparently someone like Ada who was singing just for the sake of their pure fan, and it was pointless for her. What's happening with Cheryl and Ronka?
Miss Ronka says that she wants to protect everyone, so she's still going along with the project. But Miss Cheryl...
What happened to her?
Apparently, your illness has been accelerating. And it looks as though Miss Grace has almost thrown her away.
Grace wound up.
Even though Miss Cheryl was with her the whole time.
And thanks to that, Grace wound up kicking Ada out of the project.
But I don't have any regrets.
I am a bit sad about it, though.
Right now, I'm just worried about how Cheryl's doing and how Ronka's doing, having to shoulder everything on her own.
You don't need to worry. If I was to say I'm worried about anyone, it's about... Insert name I've forgotten and didn't write down because it was relatively unimportant.
If I was worried about anyone, it would be Miss Sari.
Did something happen to her? Sari got kidnapped by the Federation, someone in the Federation. That guy. Apparently he was one of Moonwill's followers. Thanks to Siri's being manipulated by him, she was able to break through Will's defense programs, and Moonwill took him out. So what's happened to her now? Unfortunately, we've got no clue where she is. We've left Commander Otsuka to try and search for her. But what we need to do now is head towards the Dark Continent Zone. I'll be sure to do everything I can, for the sake of money, and of course, freedom and peace. Let's go. Let's go ahead and bust these Insalaaum guys' dreams to the ground. What Asakim said at the end worries me. Sphere reactors hunting me down. What does he mean by that?
End of stage. So many things to deal with tomorrow.
But for now, this shall be the end. But hey, we met up at the end of that route split, so that's a good thing. Tomorrow, we should be getting a lot of new units. And they'll be pretty nice.
Just quickly look.
Well, at least some of them will. We're unlikely to use many of them, but we'll still enjoy it.
So many pages of people. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cut here.
So, I hope you all have been enjoying this, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Farewell.
See you.